Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is going to do his Tsunade rant video, the last video for tonight. Now, this video was a long time coming. Why? Because I wanted to do the rant, people wanted to see me do the rant, and thus the rant is here. Now, what I will say is that the title of this video is gonna be very simple. Tsunade sucks. End of story. Tsunade sucks. Alright? Now, it surprises me every time that I do a review or a discussion pertaining to Naruto, people defend Tsunade. And my jaw just drops because I'm like, there's a Tsunade fan base. Like, it really throws me off. There is a Tsunade fan base. A fan base which I thought was non-existent, but it's there. It's there. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, she has fans. I don't know why, but she has fans. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down, okay? There's gonna be two parts to this whole entire, no, three parts actually. Yeah, three parts to this discussion. No, correction, to this rant. It's no discussion, alright? It's a pure smackdown, okay? The first portion is going to be Tsunade as a character, her standing within the universe that is Naruto. The second one is going to be her as a leader, which ties in to key point number 3, which is her combat ability. Alright, so number 1 and number 2 and 3 are together, alright? Now, let's get on with the actual rant, okay? I have no idea how long this is going to take, maybe a few minutes, maybe 10, maybe 5, I don't know. As long as it needs to be, because Tsunade sucks. Now, now, that being said, alright, the first thing I want to talk about here is her standing within the confines of the Naruto universe, alright? This would include her backstory, her character development, her bonds with other characters. So, off the gate, her backstory is actually good. Her backstory is good. Not great, good. Because what we see here, we see her relationship with her little brother, Dan, her lover, how they both died in combat once they were given the necklace that she owned by the first Hokage, her grandfather, Hashirama. And then her backstory is also hinted upon through Jiraiya's backstory when we see them as a group underneath Hyuzen, the third Hokage. So her backstory is actually fairly well done, right? Good. And her character development throughout the entire story is okay, because we see how she turns from this drunkard and she overcomes her fears of blood, her fears of losing loved ones, her fear of like her little brother and Dan, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And we see her strip herself of these fears in order to become the 5th Hokage that we see today. And also, she's a very influential kunoichi, because other kunoichi, such as Tenten, are influenced by her prowess in medical ninjutsu, and then they too want to better themselves and reach their pinnacle, reach their zenith. So Tsunade, when it comes to her standing within the actual confines of the Naruto universe, is not that bad. In fact, she's okay. If not okay, or good. Okay? But now, here comes her number 2, which is her standing as Hokage, the 5th Hokage, Tsunade. And this ties into point number 3, which is her combat ability. Tsunade as a leader of the... And by the way, I must say one more thing. Going backtrack to key point number 1. Number 1, her thing with the medical ninjutsu, again, very influential. She's healed Rock Lee from, you know, like Rock Lee became, like he was injured by Gaara, and then he would never become a ninja again, but she healed him so he can now, you know, use his taijutsu once again. Sasuke and Kakashi, it was hinted that they were going to be okay after a long period of time of rest. However, Tsunade came in there and sped up the process. So, you know, right there. And that's it for Tsunade when it comes to number 1. Now, number 2 and 3, all right? Tsunade as a leader. When it comes to Tsunade as a leader, she is horrible. Yeah, I'm saying horrible. All right. Actually, no. I'm going to say bad. Yeah, she's bad. She's a bad leader. One of the main reasons why she is a bad leader is because she is too heavily influenced by Naruto. She is so concerned with Naruto and the way he feels and his actions that it supersedes her judgment as a leader of a village. Case in point, Tsunade never sent out the execution order for Sasuke. It was Danzo who did that. Danzo, when he became the 6th Hokage for a short period of time, he sent, the first thing he did was send out the execution order for Sasuke as a missing nin. And thus Anbu were sent over and try and kill Sasuke. Tsunade did not do that. Tsunade did not do that. That's the problem. Tsunade as a leader is so heavily influenced by Naruto because she felt that Naruto could get the job done. She felt that Naruto would be able to capture Sasuke and so on and so forth. She had faith in Naruto. But that's bad judgment. That's a poor judgment call. A very poor judgment call. This is Sasuke Uchiha. His last name is Uchiha. He betrayed your village. Automatic execution order. Automatic execution order on the spot. On the spot. No exceptions. But yet, here is Tsunade. She's so... Oh my god, Naruto. I understand. See, Naruto like reminded her of her little brother. And because of that influence and because of that bond they have, Naruto says something, she listens, and then she'll likely to do it. And it's kind of like, no. That's kind of... It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay? And that's one of the worst judgment calls she's ever had. But then this ties into her combat ability. Her being a really bad leader. Because where she is a bad leader, her combat ability is atrocious. It's horrible. It's horrible. Ugh. Now, when we take a look at Tsunade's combat prowess, what we see here is it's very simplistic, all right? Her foundation comes down to 3 things. 1, her ability to regenerate during combat using a... I forgot what that technique was called. I think it's called like Life and Rebirth, where she has the stored amount of chakra in her body, and using that chakra, she's able to instantaneously heal. However, this has a drawback where it takes away her life, where it shortens her life, because the cells in the body can only divide a certain amount of times throughout one's life. So Tsunade so she has this technique, which is good for combat, but it shortens her own lifespan. Then comes the summoning of the slug, which is okay, not really that relevant throughout the... It's not relevant in her combat spectra, but it's there. And then the final part of her combat spectra is going to be her taijutsu, her brute physical strength, the slug princess. Yeah. Okay, that's her whole entire thing. And the problem with Tsunade is that I'm not saying that she's slow, but when it comes to speed and agility, she's not up to snuff with the majority of the ninja, even within her own village. That's the problem. And this is where it ties into key point number 2 once again. A Hokage, or a leader of the village, should have a certain amount of combat ability, so when there is havoc and chaos in a village, the leader of that village, the Hokage or the Raikage or whatever Kage, using their combat ability is able to maintain order in that village. The problem here is that Tsunade's combat prowess is ass cheeks. It's horrible. She punches, she kicks. Brute strength. Goku said, what's the point of all this strength if I can't hit anyone? Tsunade is a prima example of this. She has so much strength. And you can like bob in and out, you know, like you're boxing the bitch. It's easy. It's easy. The thing about Tsunade is that, honest to God, I could gesture that within Konoha, Tsunade is like either mid top tier or low top tier, meaning that she's part of the strong group, but she's not that strong amongst the strong group. If you're gonna be Hokage, you gotta be at least top tier. At least. Look at Inoki. Inoki in his village is the only person that knows the bloodline expansion dust style particles. He is top tier. He is top tier within his own village. When you take a look at Raikage, Raikage is at least top tier within his own village. Him and Killer Bee. No one else in that village can contest with Killer Bee's and Raikage's combat prowess. But Tsunade, I can easily say that Kakashi, Might Guy, and Neji could beat her easy. Neji, oh hell yeah, what? Punch, yeah, pokes, and like she's out. She's like, oh shit, convulse. Yeah. Like she's, come on, seriously, come on. Neji would poke the bitch to death. All right, Kakashi, Sharingan, bam, boom, it's over. It's over. Okay, Sharingan, read her moves, Raikiri, and it's over. Might Guy, Gates, call it a day. Seriously, come on. I mean, come on, really? The problem here is that Tsunade, her main focus is close range taijutsu. Her long range could be considered summoning the slug, and the slug spits out acid. That could be considered a long range or mid range attack. But again, her summoning the slugs is not something that she does on a regular basis. She can do it, and then of course, there is the the stored chakra. That then again, the stored chakra is gonna help if by some means her chakra gets poked and she can no longer transmit chakra throughout her body. Thus Neji, when he pokes her chakra points, oh shit, can't do shit now, can't do shit. She can't do shit. Can't do shit. Kakashi could easily rip off her leg by sending that portion to like another dimension, like he did with Deidara. He could easily do that. All right, easy. Or simple Raikiris, all right? He doesn't need to waste his time, or just simple ninjutsu. Ninjutsu, all right? Because the thing about Tsunade is that Tsunade is not affluent in ninjutsu. Notice that I have never ever, when it comes to medical ninjutsu, she's good. She's a good healer. She's a good supporter. But when it comes to combat, I have never seen her use a flurry of attack ninjutsu. She has no diversity. And this is a problem. This is a huge problem. And when you compare her to the other Hokages before her, Hyuzen, Minato, Hashirama, the second Hokage, aside from the second Hokage, who we don't know much about, the only thing we know about him is that he was able to manipulate the water vapor around him and thus create massive water jutsus, which at the time is considered very, very impressive. Very impressive, okay? Hashirama, wood. Motone, bitch. That's all you need with this guy. But just to top it all off, he can not only do the same thing Tsunade could instantaneously, without any effort, and at some point, he could control all of the Jinchuriki. All of them. All of them, man. Tsunade has trouble enough holding Naruto and the Kyuubi, let alone all the Jinchuriki. I mean, all the Bijou. So, come on. Seriously? And then we have Hyuzen. Hyuzen, man, this guy was able to fend off against Orochimaru, the reincarnated first and second Hokage at the same time. And he was an old man. He was an old man. And he was whooping ass. This guy was called, I believe he was called like the professor of like all ninja or some weird thing like that. It was some like cool name. I forgot it though, right? And then we have Minato Namikaze, alright? Speaks for himself. Alright? Speaks for himself, man. The flying thunder god. The flying freaking thunder god, man. Come on. Space-time manipulation jutsus. Up the balls. Rasengan. The inventor of the Rasengan. Come on. Actually, no, is it Jiraiya? No. Yeah, no, it's Minato. Yeah, Minato. So come on, seriously. And you're gonna compare these guys to Tsunade? No. A Hokage, any Kage, must have some degree of combat affluence, and Tsunade does not have that degree. She's top tier within the village, but she's not high top tier. She's mid or low top tier, okay? If there are other Jonin that can beat her, then that's a problem. That's a problem. Tsunade is not up to snuff. Tsunade, from a combat standpoint, affects her ability as a leader. When you take a look during the Pain Invasion arc, what does Tsunade do? Sat down, meditated, and healed the ninja that were in combat. That's a good thing. Here's the problem. That is instantly negated considering the fact that Nagato revived everyone at the end. And I don't want to hear, yeah, but if he didn't, but he did. But he freaking did. He did. So, I mean, you can make a parody series of Naruto where he didn't, but the real Naruto, he did. He revived everyone. Everything was A-okay. Thus, Tsunade, using all that chakra to heal everyone in the village, negated. Negated. And then there's people making the assumption, oh, well, now that there's a snake sage, now that there's a snake sage mode, then a slug sage mode is possible too. The problem with the slug sage mode is that if she had it, then she would have used it by now. She really would have used it. Like, she would have used it. She would be using it right now during the fight against Edo Tensei Madara, and she would have been using, and she would use it. She would have used it after the whole entire, like, when Naruto came in and then Pain did the almighty push. Then she would have assisted Naruto in her own sage mode, but she did not. She did not. So I don't buy slug sage mode. If it's going to awaken, then Sakura's gonna get it, not her. But then the problem here is that Sakura has never mastered or she's never learned slug summoning, so it's kind of like iffy with that. Iffy, really is. In fact, you know, Sakura has a lot of potential. Like, she could do the slug summoning and the genjutsus, but it's never really touched upon with Sakura. Sakura's just like, you know, strength, like Tsunade, and medical ninjutsu, and that's it. So it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't really work. Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, I guess Kishimoto stopped giving a shit at some point. So I mean, he did. He obviously did. And when we take a look at this current fight between her, Edo Tensei Madara, and the rest of the 5 Kages, people were freaking out like, oh shit, Tsunade's badass, man. She just punched Edo Tensei Madara. Well, it was a wood clone, so no. So, all in all, when everything's said and done, the first point proves that Tsunade, her standing as a character within Naruto, is okay. It's overall okay. She's influential, she has a deep past, and her character development is solid. However, her leadership, her role as a leader, is so heavily influenced by Naruto, where she disregards other things. She disregards the sake of the village for Naruto and the way he feels. And at the same time, her combat prowess is so, I'm gonna say, mediocre when in comparison to other Kages like Raikage, Tsuchikage, also the former Hokages like Ryuzen and Hashirama and Minato. This makes her, I mean, the thing about Tsunade is that Tsunade would actually be a much better character if she wasn't Hokage. If she wasn't Hokage, then we would not expect so much from her. However, the case is, she is Hokage, she is supposed to be the leader of Konoha, and the way things look from my point of view, she should not be in that position. In my opinion, Kakashi would be much better in that position than Tsunade. Much better. Much better. So, that's my thoughts on Tsunade, the character. This is my rant. I know there's going to be a lot of hate, but then again, that's the way I feel, okay? That being said, this is the King of Lightning. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day.